In this exercise, we're going to take a look at one of the problems that always plagues a group photo. Someone closed their eyes. It's always safe to say, don't move when you're taking a group photo so that you can take two. Because your first one, undoubtedly, someone has turned their head, closed their eyes, bad expression, and then when you tell them, okay, stop, let's take the second shot, you may get a better shot. Though undoubtedly you will find that you like the elements of one file better than you like some of the elements of the other. So what we can do is merge these two images together. These two files do not magically merge themselves together into one document within Photoshop. You have to do that yourself. So from within Mini Bridge, I'm going to select these two images, right-click to bring up the contextual menu, select Photoshop, and choose Load Files into Photoshop Layers. Photoshop will bring these files, these two separate files, into one document. You can see them in the Layers panel. And what I'm going to do is align them. Here is the lower layer, here's the top layer. So I'm going to select both, go to the Edit menu, choose Auto Align Layers. And this time I'm not going to choose Auto. In this exercise, Auto actually stretched one of the images. So I'm going to choose Reposition instead, and then choose OK. And now you'll see that my layers have been aligned as best as possible. Even though Photoshop did a pretty decent job aligning these images, I still want to align it a little better, because when I turn off the visibility of the top layer, there's still a little too much play in the positioning of the top layer. So what I want to do is take the top layer and select it, and I'm going to turn the opacity of the top layer down so that I can see the image below. And with my Move tool, I'm going to move the top layer, and what's important is that I want to align the lady on the right. I want to align those two images a little better. So by dropping the opacity of the top layer and selecting the Move tool, I can align it myself so that I think I can get it a little better and have a better result as I'm doing this technique. Now that I've aligned the lady on the right in the top and bottom layers a little better, I'm going to turn the opacity back up to 100% because I want to hide the lady on the right hand side on the top layer so that I can see her smiling face on the layer below. How I do that is create a layer mask. So with the top layer selected, I'm going to go down to the bottom of the Layers panel and click on the layer mask icon. It's going to create a layer mask in the top layer. And in order to hide the portions of the top layer that I want to hide, I'm going to paint with black. When you're working on a layer mask, black hides, white reveals, and all the areas in between black and white, the grays, will fade. So I'm going to get my brush tool from my toolbox, and again making sure that I'm painting with black. I'm going to come over to the lady on the right hand side, and I'm going to enlarge my brush a little bit, and I'm going to start painting. And as I paint, and I don't want my brush to be too large because sometimes you can actually start to paint areas that you don't want painted in. So as I paint over her, you'll see that the smiling face from the bottom layer now comes in, and you just want to be careful as you paint to make sure you get the areas that you want. And sometimes you have to be very careful not to extend over into some areas of the image as you paint. I've gone ahead and continued to paint in or out the areas that I wanted to hide or reveal on the right hand side. And after I'm done, you can look at the layer mask and see that there's an area over on the right hand side that's completely filled in with black that is hiding the areas of that top layer. Alright, the next thing that I need to do is to crop my image. So I'm selecting the crop tool, and I'm going to crop the image to its desired size. And that's how you can fix a bad pose. Someone who's turned their head, closed their eyes, or have a bad expression. Just remember to tell them, stop, I need to take 2 or 3. Hope this helps.